Right, we're looking at the Animal Farm text response. So the first thing we have to do is interpret the question. Let's have a look at the question. The question says, I'll stick it on full screen, Animal Farm is a political allegory. How does Orwell make his political statement through the use of stylistic techniques such as allegory, satire and irony? Use examples from the text to justify your opinion. So the first question is, what is the question asking you? What's it asking you to do? Okay, so press pause and think a little bit about what is it asking you to do. Okay, what we need to do, once we've worked out what the question is actually asking us to do, is it asking us to discuss something, is it asking us to analyse, what is it actually asking us, is to interpret the question. So what I'd like you to do is to underline or highlight or write down the key terms in the question. So press pause, and can you do that now? Okay, here we have the key terms as we see it underlined or highlighted. Political allegory, Orwell's political statement, allegory, satire and irony. What I'd like you to do is to answer these three questions. What is allegory, specifically a political allegory? What is satire? What is irony? And what is Orwell's political statement? And pretend there's a question mark at the end of that. So press pause, answer those. Okay, so the next thing, once you've answered those, you have to understand what the question's asking you. Once you answer that, we want to work out your main contention or your main argument for the whole essay. So what is your point of view? What is your response to the topic? Your opinion on the topic is your contention. So write your contention. Now, before we asked what is the question asking us, well, the question obviously is asking us what is Orwell's political statement. So you're now discussing Orwell's political statement, what you think it is. So that'd become your point of view. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to write our introduction. You're going to write this on Verso. You're going to put it in there. No one else can see whose it is, but it's a great chance for modelling, so you can see other people's introductions way before you come to write your essay, and possibly by looking at other people and what they're writing, you will then reinterpret your own and come up with a higher quality introduction. So the information you've supplied so far, the definition of the topic, author's intention and your contention should be included into introduction of the essay. So write your introduction on Verso. You do not need to list your 3 topic points yet. Later we'll add your 3 points along with a brief outline of your supporting arguments. So press pause and write your introduction now. Okay, now we're looking at the body of your essay once you've done your introduction. So this is now, we're preparing for the body of your essay. The essay question asks you to use examples from the text to justify your opinions. Use the following table to help you. Try to find at least one example for each technique. Then we'll add these to a blog to share our ideas with the class. So if we all come up with 1 or 2 examples, we'll put them on the blog, one for allegory, one for irony, one for satire. Then you look at those and you go, oh yeah, I really like this one. I'm going to choose one for each when it comes to prepping for our text response. Okay, so you can press pause and do that now. Okay, now we're actually coming to writing your plan. So you've written your introduction. Now, this is what I suggest, is each point could be made from example of allegory, satire and irony. So each one of allegory would be 1 paragraph, satire would be another, and irony would be the 3rd, or any order you wish. Give a quote for each and link it back to Orwell's political statement. So your topic might be Orwell is using allegory, give an example, explain what do you mean by the political allegory or the allegory, give an example, and then link it back to what you have suggested is Orwell's political statement. So once you become quite adept at this, you'll be able to move it around. You won't have to do point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4 sort of thing in that order. You might have an explanation example and a few explanations, a few examples, but right now just make sure you've got this, but make sure you link it back to the sentence. You do that for each. Say allegory, satire and irony. There's your plan. And your final thing, we won't be spending a lot of time on this, we'll spend time on it later on, is your conclusion. Just relist your main ideas in one sentence, restate your main contention, and leave the reader with some further insight. So write something about what you've just written in your essay. Okay, good luck.